G'day guys, welcome to another episode of Crown Chat. Unfortunately tonight I don't have my co-host Damian. He was on the way here on foot and was run over by a guy on a bicycle. So he's pretty mangled up. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we've got one of the best guests we've ever had, Ducky. Ryan Duck.
Oh, pressure.
Hello, Ducky. How are you?
Hey, mate, I'm doing good.
Good. That's good to hear,
Pressure
mate.
straight on me, mate, hey?
How's life been, mate? You're Ducky, basically you're the manager of Babylon.
Yep.
Do you help run any of the other businesses that the Elsley family?
The clan?
They're like a fucking, Cosa Nostra at the moment, the way they're buying stuff up. But they're killing it. So
They're doing well.
Are you just running that for them, or are you helping with other venues?
During all the COVID stuff, been back at the Monk. So yeah,
That's the Blind Monk people on Beaumont Street.
Yep, the Blind Monk.
Us Hospo people would just call it the Monk.
Yeah. Hopefully half of Newcastle does, but so back at the Blind Monk, just through the COVID stuff, we've just been takeaways pretty much, innovation, whatever we can do to kind of keep our name relevant and whatnot, and just keep the jobs.
That's it. Yeah, you got to keep the public remembering who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we thought it was pretty important to try and keep the name out. So we shut down Babylon. We pretty much were running Babylon out of the Blind Monk.
Yep.
Takeaways.
Were you doing cocktail deliveries and stuff?
Yeah. So we had 20 cocktails on there, all in jars, pretty much. We went for the premium side of things. We only kind of did where you just added some ice pretty much. That was all you had to do. Add ice, shake or stir, and you were good to go. Cocktails for 2 people. Sold really well. Excuse me.
Ice cubes.
Yeah, ice cubes. Yeah. Just
Yes.
added. Yes,
Yep.
not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, you had me worried for a second, mate.
That,
I know, I know.
be a fun thing. Get your mind out of a checkers.
Had to think outside of the box, but not cool.
The real premium side of things.
Yes, no, that's good. So we basically Crown Chat. We're getting business owners, managers, operators, entrepreneurs, things like that. Get their point of view on things. Actors, musicians, anyone that's sort of doing that kind of thing. Just running their own ship. But I really want to delve into who Ducky is a little bit as well. Yeah. So one of our questions, we normally throw out a hard one at the start to trick people, but I got one for you.
I've seen this. What do you got for me?
I got one for you.
Yeah. Let me finish my drink before I spit it over the microphone. Yeah.
To save 10 people, you have to kill one person. Would you do it?
Situation. Circumstances, situation.
That's all you're going to get from me.
Oh, I think everything. It's dependent. Are those 10 people greater than? Obviously 10 people are greater than 1, but yeah, I guess that's that you would, unless it's your mother.
You would. That's a disgrace. So you'd murder someone.
To save others, yeah.
Disgust me.
Maybe I'll keep my
mouth
shut a little bit.
That's the best philosophical question I could find.
COVID? Is that what we're speaking? Are we talking about COVID?
No. I was just looking up philosophical questions, and to that one, apparently, there's no right answer. No matter what you say, you come off as a scumbag.
Unless your mother or your father,
Yeah, no, but that's you're not allowed to give that information.
Well, at least it wasn't one of...
You got 11 strangers.
At least it wasn't one of Bezza's political answers that he couldn't actually read. Questions that he couldn't read.
He stitches up, aren't he? He's got time to practice.
He struggles to get them out, mate.
Words, and the poor cunt sitting there in the dark still answers it better than him when it's written down.
And he's done it about 20 times.
Yes, it's shocking.
Sorry, we can bag him because he's not here.
No, we bag him when he's here as well. He fucking rambled off before, didn't he? And then he just gave up on it. So, another question. Do you think you're the hottest bartender in Newey? Best looking?
Far from, mate. Far from.
Far from? Who is?
Oh, mate, there'd have to be some good-looking guys out there, surely. There's a few lads at Cole and Cedar that are looking pretty sharp in their suspenders and whatnot.
Yeah,
a couple of the young pups.
Get into Cole and Cedar dressed like this.
Yeah. A couple of the young pups I got working for us, mate, seem to be running rings around me when it comes to a bit of attention these days. So yeah, I'll leave it to them, and I'll just keep doing me.
Young ducks, no pun intended. They're good looking. Yeah, right. But you're married up now, aren't you? You got a missus?
Yes, I'm currently seeing someone. Yes.
Do you think, because you've been in the bar industry a long time?
I have been.
Do you think you had a bit of a leg up on people like me because you were super attractive?
No.
You see, because I applied for tons and tons of bar jobs as a young'un, and they kept saying, "You're just not good looking enough." And I'd say, "Well, you know what? One day I'm going to buy a pub."
I think it might have been experience, mate. Did you have any experience or what?
In being attractive? None at all.
No, I think the only thing it has done for me is I had quite a lot of fun working overseas.
Yeah, fair enough. No, in all honesty, I got lots of work experience, and for some reason, and that's why I'm careful not to be too judgmental on people that start here. I was fucking terrified of pouring beers. Like, you know, one guy's like, "Oh, there's fucking shit beer. There's no head on it," and I was like, it cut me to my core. And it's like, then you know, as you get older, you think it's a fucking beer.
It's a beer.
The cunt can wait 10 seconds and I'll fix it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people here. It's a beer, you know. It's not the end of the world. But I was fucking terrified, and I think that's why I did so poorly. And I wasn't. I didn't look like you. I think
it was a different ball game back then as well. You used to have those guys sitting on the end of the bar, kind of.
Yeah, watching
every like little movement you made, like the perfect.
But also,
if it wasn't like you got a spoon with that, mate.
Even
like
in fannies, I think the guys had bow ties and no shirts, and they walked around blasting, or if they were wearing shirts, they were very, very tight shirts. You know, fannies was like, yeah, it was a different world.
You'd know.
Yeah, fucking I didn't get in there either.
You'd know.
I'd wait out the front and watch them leave.
Yeah. Then.
But
follow into the car.
I found it a hard industry for a male to get your foot in the door if you're not like super good looking like the Duckman.
I honestly, in my Hospo career, I think I was pretty lucky. I got thrown in the deep end quite early at the Prince of Wales. I was 19 and managing one of the busiest pubs in Newcastle at the time.
Used to pump back then.
Yes, it used to pump back then, mate.
I used to live next door.
Yeah, I know you did.
Good times.
And I was given the opportunity. Quite a young age.
That's when Bez got fired, wasn't it?
Me and Bez actually were working together for a while,
and then he got fired.
He got fired, and I was in the bottle shop and he was in the bar, so it was completely different. But yeah, I pretty much took over the bottle shop at 20, which I mean,
that's pretty massive, isn't it?
I look back and it was one of the busiest bottle shops.
Yeah,
in
and that's
Newcastle.
A big responsibility for a 20-year-old.
Yeah, we
back on it.
Had like 250 different cheeses.
Even though when you're 20, you think
cheese room and
yes, I remember.
Yeah, I mean we had a lineup of people. I had to like hire like a 50-year-old lady to come and be like in the cheese room, and here's this like 20-year-old kid like hiring this like 50-year-old.
Bossing around a lady your mum went to school with.
She was older than my mum at the time. Yeah. So I guess that was a bit of a can you swim? And I guess I did, and I had the right help, but I guess after having that on my resume, I had a bit of longevity there, and then I travelled, got some good jobs working in Sweden and Norway.
You get lots of chicks while you were travelling?
I had fun. Yeah.
You got to lift the mic up a bit. So you did all right. You did all right. I can imagine you overseas. The Aussie accent, the Duckman.
Yeah, it was. I think there was a group of 5 of us in Norway. All Aussie boys, all like pretty out there working in Hospo.
No one else got a chance, did they?
We had a good time. I think a lot of the times we got too carried away with us having a good time to worry about the girls.
Yeah.
That quite happen a lot, but good times with the boys.
How long were you overseas for?
I've spent probably between 5 and 6 years abroad or something.
Because you're a surfer, aren't you?
5 years or something.
You're a surfer, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, a lidder. Is it a lidder?
Bodyboarder, yes.
And you're called lidders?
Lidders?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's many names for them. Some not so glorified.
Have you ever boogie boarded Bells Beach, Australia?
I've never boogie boarded Bells Beach.
Okay.
Bodyboarded? No.
Boogie boarded.
Boogie boarded. You do you, I'll do me.
Do you follow Bells Beach, Australia?
Yeah, I'd love to get to...
Do you know when the next 50-year storm is?
I know we just had our 50-year storm. Merriweather a couple of weeks ago. If anyone's seen Merriweather and a few other places, we're pretty good. Yeah, so it's a good start to the winter. So I've been in thoroughly and enjoying myself. I can't.
As an avid litter, boogie boarder, bodyboarder, whatever you want to call yourself, what's your favourite surfing movie?
Oh, are we talking like gimmick surf movie, or are we talking just proper flat?
Not talking like, it can be a docker, like Endless Summer, Point Break, fucking whatever you want. Like,
yeah, if you're going that, probably the Endless Summer 2.
You like that over Point Break?
Yeah, Point Break's a bit how you going, but especially the new one, that was pretty average.
Well, that's my next question. I reckon I've watched Point Break 200-300 times. I think it's got some of the best, cheesiest quotes and lines.
But that's not really about the surfing. That's more of a Hollywood.
Utah, get me too.
Yeah, no, that's more gimmicky.
He's not going to paddle after New Zealand.
That's more gimmicky Hollywood shit. That I think.
So my next question was going to be, because I love Point Break so much, I cannot bring myself to watch the second one. Have you watched the second one? I'll wait for you to finish pouring your beer.
Oh, mate.
Barry could be skits.
These beers are getting hot. That's a bit of a rough pour over there. Need to get a fridge. In here, mate. What are you doing? I have watched half of it, and I actually
was it terrible?
Cut off.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to do it. I love the original so much.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Well, I fell asleep. So
another thing. This is more like, we just interviewed an actor not long ago, and but have you seen Fast and the Furious?
Was that the guy just before me?
Yeah.
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 We try and make out.
He's still got that. Still got that.
But anyway, you just fucked all that up.
Mate, the seat's still warm.
Have you seen the Fast and the Furious?
Yes.
Do you realise? Well, in my opinion, anyway, that is a complete and utter fucking rip-off of Point Break. They've just changed surfing to driving cars. As a litter, does that offend you? No. Had you realised it? It's the same fucking movie. It's shit, and it's about cars.
Why would that offend me?
Well, you're a litter. You like bodyboarding.
Let's make one about lids then.
Well, this Point Break sort of lidding.
Sort of lidding.
I think he starts off as a litter. I don't
know. Keanu Reeves is a litter. Let's go.
I love Keanu.
Bring it back.
So
the Matrix 4 is coming, buddy.
If you watch Fast and the Furious, and then look, it's the exact same storyline, plot, everything. It's the exact same as Point Break.
I think they might have sharpened it up a little bit.
No, they did. It's worse.
It's worse.
It's got worse lines.
It's got cars. Okay, anyway, next.
I love Paul Walker. No disrespect to him, because I think he's amazing. Apparently, it was his super human being, but yeah, Fast and Furious.
Next.
Not cool.
Can we get someone that can pour a beer or a fridge up here?
I can pour you a beer.
Nah, all good, mate.
Good, because I only brought one cup.
Yep.
Mate, back into bartending, which is what we got you in here for. So we got off track with the lidding, but that Point Break shit really fucking pisses me off. What's your best advice? Obviously, people that look like you, they're going to find it pretty easy to get into bartending. What is your best advice for people that aren't as attractive as you, but they want to work in hospitality? How do they do it? What do you do? Like when you get a resume, do you Facebook them? And have a look at who they are, what they are?
No, a lot of the time, I guess I will go off face to face what I can read off a person.
No, but say, like, obviously you're not there 24/7. We've got a drawer here of resumes.
Yep.
So you go through it, and
so I'll pretty much go through the ones that, without looking at photos, no judgment there. I will go through a pile of resumes, kind of find the ones that I think are suitable for the venue I'm running at the time. which mainly, especially with Babylon, having, 200 plus whiskeys, 60 cocktails, 12 beers, experience matters. Where other places it might not. You might want someone fresh that you can actually mould. They haven't learnt previous mistakes.
You're saying looks don't come into it whatsoever with you?
No, not really. No, not at all.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, not at all.
That's good to hear.
I think these days, good staff are hard to find.
Because when I remember way back in the day when I was first started employing people and Facebook was still relatively new, I thankfully looked at this fucking youngin's Facebook and his profile pic was a bowl of marijuana. All his pictures were him smoking bombs. And I was like, fucking thank God.
Doesn't mean he's not going to be a good worker.
It sort of does. it sort of. If I don't care if you smoke weed or whatever.
A couple of my friends are having a laugh right now.
No, don't get me wrong. I don't give a fuck what you do if you smoke weed, whatever. But if you're dumb enough
to have that as your Facebook profile photo
and have it public,
completely understand that.
Jobs, then you're too fucking dumb for a job.
Yep, completely understand that.
I don't care if you smoke bongs, whatever the fuck gets you through the day.
Oh, like I said, you do you.
Yeah, exactly. And but since then, every resume we check, I check their Facebook,
Yeah.
And even seeing their mutual friends, I'm like, oh, hold on, even though my friends are just Dero too.
Yeah.
So their friends are this cunt.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I haven't used Facebook as a tool before.
I don't think a lot of people realise that a lot of employers now, the first thing they do is check their Facebook.
Yeah.
So, don't put stupid shit on there.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if that's, like, it can be used as a tool, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. And if you're going to put stupid shit on there, make it private.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I haven't used it, but I guess tools for me, I guess I'm going to try and, filter through other ways of getting there. And if I need to have a look and I'm unsure, I guess I'll use any tool necessary. But like I said, I guess after being in hospitality and doing what I've done for so long, 33 now, so that's like, 13 years managing anywhere from bottle shops to restaurants to bars, whatever. I guess I can read people a bit better now than what I probably could when I was younger.
The thing I hate is when you do get someone in for a trial and then I hate having to tell them, look, you haven't got the job. I hate doing that. And so I try now and do as much research on people because I've made the mistake before. I've been like, looked at their resume, wow, I'll get you in for a trial. What days are you free next week? I'll give you shifts, And they've come in for the trial. Everything on their resume is bullshit. Their Facebook you've looked at, it's not even them. And then you're like,
but then you don't feel as bad saying, hey.
I still feel bad, but at the end you're like, well, you did bring this on yourself, fucker. Leaving you in your profile pic. You've never worked in a bar, you've lied.
But I guess, like I said, there's a few ways, like I said, with the experience, I hopefully can read people, which doesn't always go to plan. But then I always, even if it is just me picking up a file or a folder of resumes, go through the ones that I think would suit the venue.
While we're on that, then, because getting back to where
you gonna let me finish, mate, or what?
Sorry. I'm used to cutting very shit. Sorry, go on.
I would then want to at least sit down, have a bit of a chat. I guess I've got a few stock standard questions that I'll throw in the works to try and get a few responses to see what they say. And then, of course, trial. I think trial is nearly 90 or say 80% of it.
100%.
I still, so a big thing, like you asked me, if kids are out there looking for jobs these days.
That's what I was going to say.
So
they have no experience.
No experience.
To someone, the normal looking dude,
So for one, I don't.
Doesn't matter. They're just Joe Blow, but they have no experience. They want to crack into the hospitality industry. What is your advice?
You could be Brad Pitt, and you could walk in.
Yeah, whether it's Brad Pitt
you could walk in if you've got.
I love Steve Buscemi, by the way.
If you've got a pair of thongs, a singlet, and a pair of shorts on.
Yeah.
You could be the best bartender in the world. You could look like Brad Pitt. I don't give a fuck.
But if they rock up and drop their resume, and
if they look up, if you look up to give me a resume and you're not dressed, looking like you're ready to work, sorry, but I think that's the least you can do walking in.
Yeah.
Pick one, two, pick your times.
Don't come in at lunchtime, don't come in at dinner.
A manager doesn't want to talk to you at 4 o'clock on a Friday night when they're getting slammed.
Yeah.
You should know when, pick your hospitality times, your down times, even if that's making a phone call and seeing when the manager's going to be there. And he's got a free minute. It's showing incentive.
I always like when they...
Initiative, sorry.
Not that I like having to talk, but I always like when they say, is the manager here, blah, blah, blah. And they, because that's what I used to say, is the manager here, introduce myself, and I'd offer 2 weeks free work experience. And say, I'm happy, whether you give me the job or not, I just want the experience.
Yep.
If you like me at the end, give me the job.
Yeah,
it did end up working for me, but that's how I used to do it.
Yep.
I'd go in there, dressed up, I'd ask for the manager, introduce myself, offer them 2 weeks free work.
Yep.
And say there's no obligation.
Yep.
I'm just happy for the experience because it was so fucking hard.
Yep, it is. It is without experience to crack
and then
into
at least
it.
then you could you'd update your resume. Bang! I did 2 weeks at where was it? Marks Point Bowls Club. I did 2 weeks there, and they taught me shitloads.
Yep.
And,
even if they don't carry you on from then, and you can take a reference from that.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done that. I've done that plenty of times.
So and because. I'll have one. There's this one fucker. This is a while back, and this is probably the worst interview story. This motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
This is the worst I've ever seen. It was we were running a Mexican restaurant, and this was years ago. And we're going through resumes, and we got some sent from Centrelink and shit, and they give you incentives if you hire.
Yep.
And so we said, bring him in for an interview. It was Friday afternoon. He didn't turn up, and then we went out, got on the piss. His mum rang me Saturday 9 a.m. and she's like, please, can you see my son? He missed the interview. I said, he didn't even turn up, This is bullshit. She's like, please, can you give him one more chance? I said, look, I'll get to the store at 10, and I was so fucking hungover. But I was much younger, so I could handle it better back then. These days he would have no chance. And so I rocked up at the thing. Our restaurant was on Derby Street. And he was sitting over near where Derby Raj is. Yep. And he had 2 chicks with him. They're sitting on that bench there. They're dressed like me, having a cigarette. And he rings. I'm like, where are you? You're meant to be at this meeting. I come here for your mother. And poor woman's worried about him, trying to do the best for her son. He said, can you come across the road? I was like, this motherfucker.
Can you come across the road?
Across the road. I said, what are you doing, mate? He's having a cigarette with 2 chicks. They're in trackies and whatever. He said, look, I just need this so I don't get kicked off Centrelink. Can you tell Centrelink to come to the interview?
He's having the time of his life, mate, eh?
And I said, you serious? You're not interested in the job? He said, nah.
Doesn't give a shit, mate. Just wants to tick some boxes.
Mate, you should have heard what I told Centrelink.
Yeah, that's, I mean, when
he got kicked off.
I guess when you probably made, whenever we're looking for staff, you've got to, I've kind of got to the point. I've kind of got to the point where we won't just take emails and that because you just get bombarded. It's like if you want the job, I'll be here between 3 and 5 Wednesday. I want to see you in person. Come in and hand a resume.
You can't tell these. You get an email, it's bullshit.
So yeah,
not who they say they are.
It's just time wasting going through, mate. Yeah.
I still can't get over that. I felt like ringing his mum saying, your kids are cunt.
Needs a flat out kick up the arse, mate.
I feel like it just flat out attacked him.
I feel like putting him in the washroom for a day just to fucking make him work.
But, that was fuck. That must be 10 years ago, and I'm still, no, longer. 10, 12 years ago, I'm still cranky. He's cost a lot of people jobs. That killed my faith in that process. Anyway.
I've had some experiences like that. A few of them ended up at your doorstep, actually.
Yeah, I remember that. That was some good fun. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, but so back to no experience looking for a job in Newcastle. Dress well, pick your times. If you want to get it that bad, offer your time as free labour.
Exactly.
To learn a bit of the trade. Yeah, to learn a bit of the trade.
Yeah.
And hey, YouTube shows a lot of shit these days. Like maybe siphon through the shit.
I don't know if it's just because
and
I
learn
used to
this, like maybe just learn some essentials, like maybe just the names of like the equipment you're going to be using, or because you do get those ones.
Do your research, yeah. Yeah, but I love it when someone says, "I'll offer 2 weeks," and normally, you know, I've only had a couple do it, and we pay them, and
so look,
it shows how fucking keen they are.
Yeah, it shows you keen, 100%.
And because I have empathy for people that have no experience, because I was like that for ages. No one would give me a crack. Yeah, and I was like, I just need a foot in the door. And it's I'm not trying to be a lawyer. Yeah. I'm pouring beers. Yeah, pouring beers. Yeah, it's like, let me
and no one will hire me. Yeah. So we actually, before all this COVID shit happened, we actually got approached by, I can't remember the name of it now. It is just around the corner. It is a.
I don't know whether you're talking about a business, a person,
yeah,
a woman,
it's
a car.
It's a business that look after mental and physical disabled people that try to get them back into the workplace.
They give you an incentive to hire them.
Yeah, not hire them. They're actually looking for jobs. So it's a recruitment agency trying to get people with mental and
you've got to hire the person with the disability.
No, so what they've approached us to do a course
that's really cool,
to start a course. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so me and Phil Elsley, one of the owners of the founders of our places, pretty much have come up with a bartender's course. So
that's really cool.
We found there was a market in Newcastle
and
for it.
And you need people like you to do it, because I remember doing Bar Max course. Sorry if it still runs.
It's like doing an RSA course.
5 days at Belmont 16 footers. It took me fucking
people that know jack
shit. It was run, I don't want to be rude or anything, but it was run by a 60-year-old lady that fucking knew nothing. It was 5 days, put it on my resume, did fucking nothing. But having guys like you that have run all different types of bars would actually be helpful. So
hopefully having, our name behind it, the Babylon name behind it, which, we are seen as one of the premium cocktail venues in Newcastle.
Second best.
Well, Newcastle Live, we got voted #1. So that's the people's choice.
We didn't apply.
Okay.
At the Crown and Anchor, otherwise you would have been an easy second.
Okay, well, this year, mate, maybe.
We make a mean espresso martini on tap.
On tap. Patent by Kahlua.
Nah, CUB.
Okay.
Where was CUB?
We actually beat Kahlua to that, and we did it out of a homebrew keg from the Monk a fair few years ago.
It never worked.
Yeah, because we know what we're doing.
We don't. I still don't know how I'm allowed to pour beer.
But so we've got a course organised for these guys. So
that's awesome.
I actually had the pleasure of running one of them before the COVID did hit. It was the week actually before they shut everything down. We had 5 people in. So we are going to offer that as a reg for anyone that does want to actually get some experience. So
I'll send some of my training stuff down
there. I'll tell you the truth, mate. I might have to put some of mine up there too.
Our staff are the best here. I love them.
Same.
We have a phenomenal crew here at the moment. I've never been happier with the team.
Yeah, you do. I'll give hats off. There's a good crew working here.
So shout out, Babylon's only open till 12. We're open till 3 a.m. So if you want to play up longer and louder, come to the Crown and Anchor.
Mate, hopefully we do get a bit of traction with that, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
nice
hopefully
to be able to do something like that. That's also a good deed.
Yeah, and hopefully with our name behind it, I've done a lot of things in hospitality now, and it's always nice to keep mixing it up, I guess.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it can get stale.
Yeah,
But speaking of stale,
not with the Elsleys.
They love it. I love it.
They always love a challenge.
I love it. They remind me of me before I failed so many times. They keep succeeding. So we had John Boy on the show.
I did see that.
Yeah, I think you got a few shout outs.
I think you tore shreds out of me a little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. We were talking about how you get tons of women. Sorry
no, I think you were actually talking about that incident that night and talking about me.
Oh yeah, you matched a little 12-year-old.
Yeah,
The 11-year-old kid. Yeah,
Actually,
he turned out to be 19. He said he was 11.
Yeah.
But mate, I'll wrap it up with our final 10 questions. I'm not going to use Bezza's 11th. I'll throw Bezza's 11th one in there. Just 'cause I feel bad because he's not here. He got hit by that bike rider. I hope the bike rider's okay too, by the way. Number 1, what is your favourite word? Elsley.
That's a hard one. I guess probably a word that I use lots, epic.
Epic. You do use that a lot. And it's a very surfy kind of word. Litter.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Number 2, what is your least favourite bra boy? What is your least favourite word?
There's a fair few of those ones.
What is your least favourite word?
It's a love-hate, moist. And so many people hate it.
A chick
I guess I love making other people hate it.
A chick I was with last night that works for me, we were talking about these questions and she said, her favourite word is moist.
Yeah, it's a love-hate. I love making other people hate it, but
I feel like it's only just recently become an uncomfortable word.
Moist,
I like it. Nirvana have a song called Moist Vagina.
Yeah, moist
Not
vagina.
many people know about because it was like on the back of a single or whatever. But
Cuz gets me.
You don't like Cuz?
Nah,
what about Bruzzy?
Bruzzy's alright. It's just
like
Cuz.
Yeah, Cuz.
It's a bit,
Fair enough. So yeah.
I'm not your cousin.
Yeah. All right. So.
Not your brother either, but
All right. So yeah. All right. So love, hate, moist. Number 3. What turns you on? And I'm talking in any field aspect of life.
Waves and women.
Waves and women. Fucking what a litter. What a litter thing to say. What a litter thing to say.
Well, one woman.
One woman. And what's her name again?
Just so I don't get in trouble, Sophie.
Sorry?
Sophie.
Right. All right.
Right.
I think you were with a different one last time we spoke. So I was going to say, your last girlfriend used to work for me.
Yes. No, I haven't been with her for quite a while.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, well, she worked at that place where that little cunt rocked up across the road with a cigarette.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the Mexican place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're not with her anymore?
No.
Fucking Ducky. You're a maniac, you can. Jesus.
That's a wrap.
Let's let you be you. You be you.
You be you.
What turns you off?
Little kids fucking stealing from me.
Fair call. Just anyone stealing.
Just yeah, I'm not a fan.
Just anyone stealing from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, them little fuckers that night, they were
What I will have a dig at the moment. What has been shit me off more than anything lately?
Yeah, tell me what you use.
Oh, just like with opening restaurants back up and everything, I just had a bit of a sour experience. I've just finished work. I've just walked out and
people asking for your autograph.
Yeah, I hate it. No, so there's only certain rules and regulations, but there still are rules and regulations at the moment.
And the customer's not abiding by them.
And it's not like we love them either, but we
it's not like the pubs and clubs brought them in.
No, we didn't fucking bring them in, but we have to implement them, okay?
We have to have a meeting of the 5 families and say, hey, how can we make our work harder?
Yeah, like I really want to pay one of my staff to stand on the door and do fuck all and wave you guys in.
Mate, you're preaching to the fucking choir.
Yeah,
I said, sorry, back when it was 10 persons only.
Yeah.
There'd be 13 rock in. Sorry, only 10 can come in. They're like, you're a fuckwit, rah. I said, yeah, because I made the fucking rule.
Yeah, because I made the rule.
You fucking galah.
So, the only rule, what we've implemented at the moment, you have to send everyone's full name to a number. So other places have got like a log, so they're logging in, writing your name, number, down, whatever. And so this lady just goes
send them
to
to
me.
your phone, do they?
So what happens if I don't? No. So by law, you're not allowed to use any of it for marketing. It's just outbreak goes on and whatnot. Yeah, you know what's going on.
Go on.
And so so what? If I don't text this, I can't come in. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but that is the law at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why can't you just have a thing where you write your name and number down? I was like, that kind of defeats the purpose because you're just going to share that pen or paper with...
How old was she?
She was about 50.
So you wanted like a feather that you dip in ink.
Like she was... to me, she's a proper Karen.
Karen.
Yeah. And
like 50's not that old.
So just wanted to argue. So
Yeah,
why don't I said we thought the most hygienic way would be for not have
Did you
not
say
have
to
100 people to share the same pen.
Did you say to her, do
and
you not have a phone?
And she said she doesn't have a phone. I said she was with a daughter and a husband. I said surely your daughter or your husband can text your name to this.
That's what gives me the shit.
And now by this stage, your daughter has already texted her name. But she still wants to fucking argue.
I can understand if she was by herself and didn't have a phone yet, alright. But when you know you have the solution to the problem and you still want to be a fuckface.
So she wants to argue. So if I don't do this, I can't go in. Yes, that is right. I'm talking English.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on.
My patience is done with it. That's when I just say, you know what? You can't come in even if you do text me. Honestly, I'm not paid.
Yeah, I know. If only you could speak your mind sometimes.
If you're going to play up this much over that, how are you going to be after 3 fucking Sablonks?
Yeah.
You know, you fuckwit.
It was lucky that I was walking out of the door and I was like, oh, good luck, guys.
Yeah, but fuck yeah. I agree, man. He gives me the shit. So it's like, we didn't make these rules.
We didn't make these rules.
They're more annoying for us than they are for you.
And all you've got to do is text your name.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anyway, so that's what turns you off.
Karens.
Fucking Karens.
Fucking Karens.
Number 5. What sound or noise do you love?
The ocean.
The ocean. Well said, my litter.
Yes.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Probably a fair few. I've gone to sleep with that bell of a kitchen ringing in my ears.
Yeah.
Ding!
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding!
I thought you were going to say something like the sound of a tree not growing quick enough.
No.
It seems like a Ducky comment.
Nah, mate, nah.
Yeah, right. So the ding. So you still hear it in your... Like you're saying when you get home, you can still hear it, or you're saying you live...
Yeah. I've had nightmares about hearing the... Somebody get the fucking food!
Yeah, because we got a dumb way to hear it. It goes ding, ding.
Yeah.
And I can hear it from my ass. And I ring up, I'm like, what? How's it? I fucking heard it. Cause yeah, and you have nightmares about it.
Yeah.
And, 25 snitties in
And
there.
I hate people waiting. So if something's ready...
And the worst, when they're looking at you... And you know
just like, I know, you know that I know.
Yeah, and...
I'm coming.
Yeah, I know there's nothing on my shoes, but I'm going to keep looking at them until you stop looking at me. Yeah, it is the worst. When someone's staring at you when they know their food is like... I hate it, because there's nothing you can do. You ring the kitchen, and they're stressed. They're, fuck you, and you like look back at old bud, he's going to murder you when you...
Gotta love an angry chef too,
yeah.
It's a topic
Angry
on its
chef.
That's a topic on it. That's a topic on its own, isn't it?
Number 7. What is your favourite curse word?
Fuck.
You're getting sick of hearing that.
I mean, it is. If my mum didn't hate the C word too much, and I promised her I wouldn't say it if I ever did podcast that she'd see. Is
your mum a follower of our podcast?
She's not, but I'll probably share it and she'll probably see it some way or another.
I'll let you off, even though we secretly both know it's cunt. What are your favourite? Number 8. Here's an interesting one for you. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Fuck. Probably a fair few. I guess I'm kind of an outdoors person. Like I love sports, so I'd be happy to try anything sports wise.
Like a touchy in the NRL.
Well, I did play.
The most thankless job in the universe.
I did play league once upon a time, but I guess if anything, I think like professional snowboarder would be pretty rad.
Snowboarder.
Yeah.
What was that dude's name back in the day with the red long hair?
Travis. No, Is
he still? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's a skater. The skater and the snowboarder.
Is he still a big name?
He's bloody Sean White.
Is he still like a big name?
Yeah, I think he still goes. He still rocks it in the half pipe pretty hard, I think.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah,
That's the only snowboarder I know.
But I mean, other than like sporting profession, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess if it wasn't anything, I'd probably be having a crack at like something like social work or ambulance or I don't know, kind of something like trying to help people's lives where I'm actually getting some kind of job satisfaction out of it too.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I guess
well
so.
Put.
Videographer, I guess if you were.
Oh, do you want to film on
Looks like he's having fun over there.
He loves it, man. The dude we had before
It could be worse jobs, that's for sure.
The dude we had before you just kept talking to Alan most of the time. It's like, brother, he's not in the camera.
It's not even asking you the questions.
Don't even know who the fuck he's talking. Going, I love his red flannel. I'm like, no one can see it. No, Dino's a legend. So on the flip side.
On the flip side.
What would you hate to do?
Oh, mate, I reckon a plumber would be pretty rough, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon a plumber would be pretty rough.
I have massive respect for them.
Yeah.
Because you would know like I do, some of the times you have to clean the urinals and the toilets here.
Yeah,
I guess we sort of... I wouldn't say we're plumbers,
it.
because that's disrespectful to plumbers that have done a trade, but fuck, man, I've had some horror shows in there when it's closed and they're like, hey... Put a garbage bag
There's been a few ones where it's like...
Yeah, you go get a garbage bag right over your arm.
Yeah.
And,
it's literally like close the toilet. That's not a cleaner's job. That's a plumber's job. Like,
yeah, nice.
I just hate to be on the receiving end of that, I guess.
Yeah, it's a tough game, but full hats off. And these days too, they get paid pretty good money, which I think they definitely deserve.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so number 10. I don't know whether you...
Call centre would be shit.
I worked in a call centre.
Yeah, that'd be shit.
It was fucked up.
That'd be shit.
I worked for Amex Food, be like, hey, bro, you're charging me this, bro. And I was like, no worries, I'll delete it, brother. Did 9 weeks, they didn't ask me back. The funniest thing was...
Were you on like commission?
Nah. So we did 6 weeks training, and the funniest thing was I'd never even fucking thought about it. And in the 6th week, they bring us in, and there's this one day, and there's like... It's a little off topic, but they're like, look, we have to tell you this. And again, if they didn't mention it, I never would have thought of it. They said it was for an American Express. They're like, do not look up celebrities' credit card bills. And I was like, that's the fucking first thing I'm going to do now when I get on the computer.
Told me. So what, you actually had the power to do that? Or?
Yeah, you can look up anyone.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is that why you got fired?
I didn't come back after 9 weeks.
No,
it wasn't for me. Because he did 6 weeks training, then 3 weeks on the job.
Yeah.
And just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, call centre wasn't for me. But if you ever want to know what Nicole Kidman spends her money in, I'll let you know. Because I just looked up Aussies. I couldn't get anything on Americans.
Yeah,
Started with Nicole Kidman, Russell Crowe. Some of them I had to get, so I started doing shit of celebrities and... Vince Colosimo.
Who?
That count. But I saw a few of them. I don't know if I can get in trouble for this, but anyway. There's a statute of limitations.
I fucking wasn't here.
It was over 10 fucking years ago, so fuck it. I never did anything.
Yeah, surely.
I mean, what are you spending your money on, you rich fuck?
Yeah.
But like I said, they should never have brought it up. No one would have thought of it. But they're like, do not look up celebrity.
Plant the seed and it sprouted.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Cheggers didn't last longer than 6 weeks. Well, 9. Sorry.
No, I did 9.
9.
Yeah.
6 was the training. So 3 weeks you lasted.
So yeah, I didn't get to the 10th yet, did I? Because
I think you're on like 6.
Yeah, you jumped in with that call centre thing, and I had to tell my call centre story. Yeah, I've had 10 schooling jobs though.
I've got a question for you. What would you call yourself? Are you an entrepreneur? What is the Chegmeister?
People often ask that, and I don't. As much as I'd like to say I want to be an entrepreneur, I don't think I've achieved enough to call myself that. But in the same sentence, I don't want to put other people down because I think an entrepreneur is anyone that is having a crack at anything by themselves. Like whether you're fucking making $5 a week, but you are doing it for yourself on your own, you're an entrepreneur. Yeah. So I guess yes, in a way.
I'd back out of
I
that.
guess I'd call myself an entrepreneur. I wouldn't call myself a successful entrepreneur. Put it that way. Because I have great respect for anyone that goes out on their own, whether they're fucking have a lemonade stand on the side of the road or whether they're running a pub.
Just having a crack.
Just having a fucking crack. Because I knew, like I said, I've done a million jobs, and one thing I knew in every single fucking job I worked at was that I'm not a good employee. I'm not.
Well, I guess I'm on the opposite end of that. I've honed in my skills, never had anything of my own, but
you're in with a pretty good crew though. So.
Yeah, and they're I guess they'll back me when I'm ready, but I guess traveling's kind of...
Well, if they won't back you, I fucking will. Look at Elsley's.
Thanks, mate.
All right, we've danced around this a little bit now. Question 10. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear?
You missed like 8, 9...
I don't think so. I
can't remember. What are you up to, like 6?
8 was profession other than your own. 9 was profession would you not like to do?
Oh, okay.
Number 10, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
It's not, I guess, what he's going to say. It's what he's got in his hands.
Dildo.
Nah, just a carton, the bodyboard set up, and then he just walks me into a few perfect waves. I guess that'd be.
So basically, say here's some beers, here's your boogie board, go to the wave machine.
Here's the perfect setup. Yeah.
Here's Bells Beach, Australia.
Yeah, that wave pool down in Melbourne's doing a fair crack at it. That urban surf, it's a bit of fun.
I must be out of the surf and loop.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun, mate.
Yeah. All right, and number 11, which isn't from the actor studio, that Damian adds
This is Bezza's question.
But out of respect to Bez, I don't know how he's doing. Like I said, he got run over by a dude on a bike. I'm sure he's fine. How much can fucking happen?
Well, Damian Berrico knows.
Do you think it's possible to be related to yourself?
I've seen you ask someone else this. I think this is a pretty strange question.
It is, but there's no right or wrong answer.
No, I don't.
Why?
Only in a mental or aspect. No, you can't be related to yourself.
I agree completely, and I hate the question.
Next. No,
that's all we got.
That's a wrap.
So thank you very much. The Duckman coming in, works at Babylon. If you like what you see, go and buy some drinks. If you don't really care what you see and you just want some really good drinks and food, go to Babylon. They close at 12, then come straight to the Crown and Anchor.
Come to Babylon or the Blind Monk.
Yeah, but more so
the Crown and Anchor.
More so the Crown and Anchor. Babylon's cool. I feel like
it's kind of nice, like the top of town, Newcastle. We're starting to reignite. It's starting to get this vibe about it, man. We've got meat. We've got the guys at Foghorn. We've got Ginger Megs doing their thing. We've got you guys. We're
probably a plague on all of them.
And then you've got like your smaller places like the Napoli.
Smaller indie places like the Lucky.
The Lucky. You've got your smaller places like Napoli. You've got like Wilso not too far. Like I feel like
West Side.
Yeah. But like
we got Kahunas, we got Falcon.
Falcon.
East End's lighting up, so people.
Yeah, I feel like
Uptowns,
I feel like Derby Street.
Derby Street's
had its heyday.
I got friends that have businesses on Derby Street, but
this little part of Newcastle.
We're coming back to the east side.
I think this little part of Newcastle is coming alive.
We got Uptowns. We got the big kahunas or something.
Yeah,
We got
like
Babylon. We got
and you look at
Ducky.
you look at those array of bars and
Meat, Maverick,
everything
man,
is so different.
Yeah, we're fucking pumping.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So
You've like from a 1920s theatre or 1900s theatre
I love
can hold
one thing I love
400
about Babylon
people
is
in
I
it.
feel like I'm in like 1930s New York. And like,
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
There's
I
not
think
many-
walking from the Crown and Anchor, which I don't want to put down, but I'm like, you know, it's the Crown and Anchor. Then I go there, I'm like, am I fucking in Newey still?
Yeah, it doesn't.
And
You
I
wouldn't
fucking
think
love
that
it.
that's
Yeah.
in Newcastle.
And
And
you walk out to get an Uber.
yeah,
It's Newey.
still in Newey.
Some cunt knocks you out.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be running a bar that
It is,
is
and
like
you've
that.
done
and-
amazing at that because a lot of people have tried at that venue and
Yeah.
hats off to them. They had some fucking massive cracks at it, and I know some of the old owners.
Yeah.
They fucking busted their nut.
And we got told it's haunted in that aspect.
Man,
like
it's
you'll,
a curse, it's a
whoever
cursed
touches
venue.
whoever touches it.
it's gonna fail. But you have fucking killed it.
But I kind of said, yeah, let's give it to me.
Yeah.
And
No,
I think what
have killed it.
what the
man.
guys have done
Anyone
with it.
that hasn't been to Babylon, I would highly recommend going there.
Yeah.
And we do a promotion where once you leave Babylon, we pay for your taxi to the Crown and Anchor. So if you want, just bring in the receipt.
And I can't pick you up in a shopping trolley.
No, we pay for the cab.
Yeah.
I've got the artwork for the poster all done.
Yeah. The after party, eh?
No one got the joke.
Yeah. Well, it's just around the corner.
Yeah, that's what people kept saying. I was like, that's why it's funny. Anyway, so I didn't run with the promotion, but anyway, it's still valid. So anyway, we'll wrap it up. Thank you, Duckman, for coming in.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
Pleasure, guys.
Keep on living, brother.
Oh, mate. I'll try. Yep.